Okay, then I'm ready to start this. Hello, everybody, again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and with me I have the Wile E. Coyote jumping around everywhere, Ninja. What's going on?
Not exactly wily, but doing good. How's it going?
Good, not too bad. I think that a hog is not joining us here. I think he drank too many Zimas or some brewskis or things like that. So we'll have to be there. And I guess Influencer got his review of the beer. I think you saw that in chat. The beer, the hard seltzer, they got there, and man, he's getting a lot of loves and likes. They're liking hog on that thing and on Influencer. Did you see that?
Interesting.
Well, we got a decent show planned for you. We got 2 trending stocks before the market opens tomorrow, so we're going to dive right into these really quick there. The first company we're going to talk about is Black Sky Technology Incorporated. Last tick on this one was $2.57. Going to the chart, you see for the 1 year right here. Let me just go year to date. It keeps on switching. It's pretty fast here. So you got your year to date chart. You could obviously see the gradual slide down here with old Brandon and the reins. And you're starting to see a little uptick in trend. And we're going to go into the news to see why we're getting that uptick in trend. But this one is more, you don't see that downward climb. You do from January 22, but that's from some of your corrections that have been happening there. So going into what would you say they do here on here, Kage? They provide real-time geospatial intelligence imagery related data analytic products and services mission systems. It monitors the activities and facilities worldwide by harnessing the world's emerging sensor networks and leveraging own satellite constellations. The company was headquartered in your favorite place, the People's Republic of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Lots of interesting things going on in Pennsylvania there in Philadelphia. Especially that's the famous place where they count votes forever and they never stop counting years after years.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So anyways, going on to stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at. Kage, what do you got on the twits? And I'm going to see if I can find some alphabet news on this. So being that's basically all what we can peddle on here, because if you don't peddle that news, then you get considered you're a Russian bot or you're something like that. You know what I mean?
I guess. Here's a take from Investing Clues. He says,
From Blues Clues?
No. Investing Clues.
Oh, okay.
Investing Clues. He says, bullish. BKSY. This is so obviously going higher. No one should be without shares. $8 short-term target. $20 plus within a year. There is no argument against $1 billion government contract. Anyone who says different just wants your shares.
Does he got receipts on this for $1 billion contract with the gov?
Doesn't look like he brought his receipts for that one.
Maybe you could find that. Maybe you could find that in the chat and see why I'm enjoying some of this nice, beautiful Kirkland coconut water.
How about this take from TY Mares? He says, bullish, BKSY. I always want to say the other way around. Sorry.
It's all good.
BKSY, bullish. I just realized that this trades on NYSE and not NASDAQ. LOL, makes it even better if you ask me. Less of the BS.
Yeah, with that fluctuation there. This plug comes from NASDAQ. It says, the space stock that just went into orbit, should you jump on board? Shares of Black Sky Technology launched into orbit this week, closing Wednesday's session with a 97% gain. The reason for the spike is that the company was one of the 3 chosen National Reconnaissance Office NRO for the government agency described for the largest commercial imagery contract. Details were sparse, but the press release from the agency, which is housed from the Defense Department, includes wording that stating the contract is valued at billions of dollars in the next decade and marks a historic expansion at the NRO's acquisition of historic imagery to meet the rising demand. CEO Brian O'Toole and the new NRO contract is the company's largest ever. What is BlackSky, if you don't know what it is? BlackSky maintains a fleet of satellites, 14 so far, providing high-frequency imaging, monitoring, analytics to its clients in the governmental and commercial sectors. So going with this there, Kage, do you think that this is a hedge against some of the inflated stocks as far as if they have contracts with the government and things like that?
Well, this is definitely in bed with the government, that's for sure, for various things. I don't know if it's a hedge, but it definitely is on the uptick. So there could be some manipulation, I think, going on with this one, but that's just me.
It says BlackSky Satellites is a growing network of internet-enabled sensors to create high-resolution satellite images desired multiple times a day. They say its satellites revisit the target 15 times a day, giving customers the ability to modern patterns activity with newfound accuracy. The company's goal is to build SAA-like software as a service business for strong reoccurring base. Examples of the cases for BlackSky service include monitoring port activities, tracking maritime conditions, crisis management, monitoring global infrastructure, which is important considering all the freaking hiccups we have with supply chains and things like that. What else do you got on the twits there?
I've got a couple of takes from one from Vertical. He always brings his receipts, and another one from Ticker On. He said
two heavy hitters.
Two heavy hitters on StockWit twits. Vertical says BKSY bullish, rallied plus 110.6% after mentioning it on Wednesday. It held up well the next days and closed strong on Friday as well. On watch for Tuesday. And he's got his chart in the comments.
Looks like the company is growing with the revenue of 13.9 million in sales, representing 91 increase from a year ago. So it's up from a year ago. However, the companies report a net loss of 20 million and looks to be a long way from profitability. On a positive note, the company does have $1 of cash per share on its balance sheet, which is a significant amount per shares valued at $2.44. Their strategy is awarding the contract comes welcome news to BlackSky and its shareholders. With the award does two things for the company. It gives it a longer cash run to operate and help validate its offerings and business models and vote confidence for the NRO that adds BlackSky's credibility and other potential government and private customers. So the value of O'Toole says in his blog post after the news broke that the contract value is significant, and the bigger point would be that the award validates the strategy to resist monitoring platform and dynamic monitoring for its important and strategic locations in the world. But there is caution among the optimism. So we're not here get our pom-poms out like freaking Kramer and sitting there telling you to buy this. We're just giving you straight up what's going on. They say the development for BlackSky for its investors are interested in to be cautious in this optimism is probably a prudent approach. While the share price is 100% today is certainly intriguing, the stock is still down 75% over the last year. So there's your signal, not your noise there. In September, the company went public via a merger with Special Position Acquisition SPAC called Osprey Technology Acquisition Corp. And is surging a high of $14.99 per share with the excitement about the business deal. But since the shares have traded lower than $1, and investment enthusiasm has cooled. So, a lot of your, fair weather fans have ducked out on this one. What else do you have on the twits there while I'm scanning on the Google machine?
How about this take from Ticker On? He always brings his receipts. He says, how does this make you feel? BKSY in uptrend, moving average convergence, histogram crosses above signal line. And he's got his little chart in the comments and where it's projected, and it looks in the green most of the signal and the projected.
Okay. What else you got?
How about this take from Omega Man 96? He says, Totally overrated, oversold. This will soon be easily at $1 and more, with amazing new news, even at $3 and more.
That's not that far of a reach considering it with the government intervention, things like that. There's a lot of things going on in the pipes. Some would say, like one listener said the other day, when we were talking about biopharmaceutical stocks, there was one stock we talked about, I think it was Beal or something like that. You could say with some of these companies, they have so many things in the pipes, you need Roto-Rooter to come and unclog them. So this could be one of those things, but we'll have to see how it plays out. And I'm sure someone's going to come in hot on me on that one, but it's okay. We got this from Market Watch 5 days ago. This is something interesting to point out for the listeners that are looking into if they're going to get into this. Black Sky stock rockets higher as a company lands U.S. intelligence contract. So there you have it on that there, Kage. They're nearly doubled in Wednesday trading after a geospatial intelligence company announced it nabbed a contract with the National Reconnaissance Office. A U.S. intelligence agency, Black Sky will provide imagery as a part of a contract, which is a five-year base subscription, starting value at $85.5 million, according to filing Securities and Exchange Commission. The company further noted that the contract with options carrier value at $1.021 billion, spanning a 5-year base period with the option of 1 year. The contract award begins in the second quarter of 2022 and includes multiple options of growth potential for Black Sky through 2022. Per press release, this contract is pivotal for the momentum in the expansion of the partnership between commercial space and U.S. government Black Sky Security. Brian O'Toole in the race of the company's whole Earth orbit constellation there. So there you have that news. What else do you have on the twits there for what you got?
How about this take from Bull Abides? He says bullish. BKSY. For the record, closed my short position, lost money on it, and opened a long position. Price is way oversold. Strong corporate sentiment. Legit news. Bullish on this now. That was at 7:30 this morning where he posted this.
Interesting. We're just gonna have to see how this plays out. It looks very interesting. To see why all the hype's there and why the percentages were where they were. See where it goes. But I think we covered the news pretty good on this. Sentiment takes. Do you got any bears out there that are because we go from both sides. We go from what the retail traders say, and then we got the alphabet stakes, and then we put them all together to see what you got. But this one seems like they've got a lot of stuff going on, and the contract that's carrying the momentum here.
I found one bear, but he did not bring any charts or anything to really back up his claims. So I can read his comment if you'd like.
Yeah, you can go ahead, and I'll give my take on it.
Okay. It's from Dr. Zeke, and this comment is kind of long. He says, BKSY, bearish. I own this stock, but it will not break resistance of $3. The contract is over a 10-year period. And the first year is only $85 million. 5 years is an option contract. See latest news. It seems as though no one is staying on this stock long. is not that nice. There are no credible revenues at this time. There could possibly be an offering which will crash the stock, and we are in a bearish market. People keep saying it will rocket, but if it has not rocketed yet, then when will it?
No, you have to have the correction. Is he talking to rocket the stock or the freaking market?
I think he's talking about the whole market, I think.
Yeah, the market.
But there were some details about the stock that he put into it. So
yeah, the stock. I have more faith in the stock than I do the market for this stock because of where the relationships there. And this quote will age better in time as well. As far as the market's overbought, dude. This is what you saw in the last couple weeks, like I said, is the appetizer before the main event, without trying to get censored, because I don't want to get censored. We had a good video last week. We're just gonna follow regime news, try to break it down as best we can, and not try to go far overboard, because we like with the show and we like getting free products to demo. So we're gonna try to call it as I see it, the best we can. But as far as this, just watch the market and watch your wallet. So we're going to be done with this one, Kage, but it's going to be interesting because I'm sure we'll cover this one again, and we'll have to be back to that one soon. Could pop up here and there. We'll cover it when it pops up again, but we'll see you in 2 and 2. Peace. Okay, the next stock we have is Avadel Pharmaceuticals Plc Adr. Last tick was $2.52. Year-to-date chart looked in this Kage doesn't look bad compared to some of the other ones that took a big dive bomb. This one looks halfway decent there, don't you think?
Yeah, there was some interesting things going on in mid to late January and early February, looks like, compared to other stocks with this one.
Yeah.
It went up during those years. I mean, that month or those month and a half or so.
Yeah.
And I'm interested with how we can actually analyze this. What is they say that they do here?
Going into what would you say they do here? Let's go down here. And biopharma is one of those stocks that you can, as far as you can swing, or you could just sit there and ride the wave till the next announcement of progress. We'll have to see what's in the pipeline there. But they're gonna withstand some of your rough times that are ahead. So they're ones you want to take a look at there. It looks like they engage in the development of commercialization of pharmaceutical products. Its products include Bloxbert's, Valicup, Norris, and Acovaz. It focuses on the approval of FT218, a formulation of sodium oxybate designed to treat excessive daytime sleepiness and cataplexy to adults with neurocolepsy. The company was founded in 1990 and is headquartered from Dublin, Ireland. And that was really a bad accent. So going on to stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at, Kage. What do you have on the twits on this one? And we're going to copy and see what news is popping on this one. And maybe go check into the pipes on this.
Okay, how about this take from Everest 17? He says, bullish. He says, I'll leave you all with this. Be careful throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Significant de-risking of the asset with tentative approval has occurred. This is not trivial, and many investors in this stock find it to be monumental. Either it plays out in August in the courts or just plays out on expiry next June. Okay. Regardless, it will be approved and come to market. Read just your tolerance to keep waiting.
They're just checking out the old site Alito. What else you got there?
How about this one from Short Squeezer Mike? He says, bullish. AVDL. They help hedge funds that are short by filling fake claims. This is a kind of scams. Some people don't listen or believe this article. Nothing will happen. Trust me. They have a very bad rep every time the shorts are in trouble. They pay this SE form to drop a article to try to help them out. Effing corporate as F.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to look into these guys with these is that there are paid promoters out there. They will take you for everything you're worth. You might see an article and they're trying to convince you to buy, but what they're doing is they're just setting you up for the short. Paid promoters, watch out for them. That's what this show's here about. It's stock news. It's not telling you that it's it's about time to buy. This is what it is there. So it looks like Avadel Pharmaceuticals Plc, a biopharmaceutical company focused on transforming medicines to transform lives, today announced a presentation of a clinical data, F218, and its 9 postures of 36th annual meeting for associated professional sleep societies. The joint meeting of the American Sleep Medicine and Research Society, June 4th and 8th, 2022 in Charlotte, North Carolina. The company's leading drug candidate investigative formula, sodium azoxybate, designed to taken once at bedtime for treatment of excessive daytime sleepiness, EDS2 complexity in adults with narcolepsy. The presentations will highlight a new interim data dosing and irradiation of ongoing to restore open label extensions for FT218. The encore posters feature updated results from patients preferred from nocturnal adverse questionnaires to restore the study for analysis from complete pivotal phase 3 rest on clinical trials. So they're in phase 3 there. So we'll have to see what goes with that. Doesn't say anything about the pipelines there, or maybe I glossed over it. I'm going to go to other news besides what they decided to post there. What do you have on the twits there, Kage?
How about this take from Vertical? He's a plus member on StockTwits, and we always love his comments because he always brings his receipts. He says, AVDL bullish, gapped down on Thursday, but squeezed back plus 85.2% since the first mention on Friday. Nothing too interesting for Tuesday, though. And he's got his little chart in the comments.
Something that some of the people on the boards might not be happy of, because we go into everything and we dive into everything as much as we try to do within the 10 to 15 minutes that we have. And if you want to help us out during the show, you could donate to us to help, improve the channel, get other people here on board to help things move along there. So you do have your donate support channel button. Please support the channel. We have shareholder alert. Pomeranz law firm investigates claims on behalf of investors of Avadel Pharmaceuticals. So Kage, you have a law firm investigating this, investigating some claims by the investors. So that's not good there. Like I said, we don't carry the cooler for everybody, but it says the investigation concerns whether Avadel's certain of its officers, directors engage in securities fraud for other unlawful business practices. That's not good. Maybe some of the listeners might have some more information on this. On May 26, 2022, Avadel disclosed a filing that the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission received proposal for a final label of medication guide for FT218 for the Food and Drug Administration. It was notified by the FDA that the F2T1A new drug application patent statement was deemed inappropriate by the FDA. Ooh. As such, the FDA has requested the company add certification REMS to the NDA. According to it, anticipates tentative approval of the FT NDA with potential full approval or expiration of REMS patent on June 17, 2023. On the news, the stock portfolio price fell $2.31 per share at 68, close to $1.07 per share from May 26, 2022. So we'll have to see how that plays out. That's something interesting there. And that was 3 freaking hours ago that went down. Let's see. Jazz Pharmaceuticals benefiting from daytime sleepiness drug. You have that there, that news 4 days ago. Looks like a delay in approval for Avadel Pharmaceuticals for daytime sleepiness is a boon for rival Jazz Pharmaceuticals. So there's a little rivalry going on there. What do you have on the twits there, Kage?
How about this one take from Zozo? He says, AVDL, let's get another 100% day Thursday. Would love to see $5 plus. The way this bad boy consolidated at close and pumped up makes me think we will see a big day Tuesday. Hold tight, bulls.
You have also, it says that there's a delay in approval for daytime sleepiness and complexity and the boon for rival Jazz Pharmaceuticals. The delay is due to REMS patent in the incremental positive for Jazz Pharmaceuticals, said Goldman Sachs analyst Madhu Kumar. It says the company will allow to convert more patients X-way to XRAM. Both oxybate treatments assess sleepiness, has a neutral rating for Jazz. So AVDL to hold from buy as market from FT 218 for more competitive challenge next year. The firm lowered its price target from 2 to 9, seeking alpha's ratings for Jazz as a hold. So there you have it on that one. Last form of news now is that it looks like DB News is saying that Avadel Pharmaceuticals fell negative 86.76% so far. So what now? I guess there's some clinical data popping here. Let's go see. Let's see here. Looks like the stock went downward fall Thursday, amounting to a 1-week decrease. It says the biopharmaceutical trend. Yeah, we know what they're focused on. So they're highlighting some new interim data related to dosing, titration from Encore, Restore, label extension, Encore posters featuring updated results and patent reference for adverse event questionnaires there. So we'll have to see how that plays out. It says over the last 12 months, AVL stock has dropped 86.37%. I'm thinking that's why the law dogs came on here, huh? Because they're trying to investigate some of that stuff of what's going on.
I think I've got a comment that that's involved with that, I think.
Okay, go ahead, shoot.
This is a bearish take from Strokey, and he's got his little press release in the comments. He says, AVDL bearish, check this and check the date. They are trying to get approved for their only medicine since 2021. Now it's 2022 and FDA didn't approve. They are still trying so that they can still have their jobs till 2023, looks like.
Yeah, so it sounds like just like the quote from one of the Twitters before, the stock Twitters, that said they've got more things going in the pipes and they need some rotor-rooter to try to get that thing out of the pipe and get it to market. So it's also going to be interesting to see how this law firm thing news plays out. So we're just going to have to see how that does there, Kage, and pick it up tomorrow, and hopefully we will have more people join the show. It was fun sharing the news, and we'll have some fresh stocks because this is last week's news. But you never know where it's going to go at tomorrow's fresh news, fresh market opening. But do you have anything to add to this at all there, Kage, at all?
I will say that just hold tight if you have it. If you're trying to look at the stock, deciding whether you want to buy, I'd say probably wait.
So you're saying to just wait this out and watch it?
I would have to say if you're getting into this stock, probably wait a little bit and watch. And if you are with this stock and everything, I'd probably hold what you have. So that would be my my take for this stock. It's promising. It's promising, but we've just got a couple of things in the pipeline that need to get rammed through if it's to grow exponentially.
Yeah, not a bad take there. So we'll be back tomorrow, and we might have another upload of something else tomorrow of some more products we're starting. So hopefully we can get some more stuff. So couldn't get the cologne thing on here, but got it on the gram. So we'll see you next time, and don't make it a dog show. And good night now.
Good night.